Hello and welcome to BeamNG.drive. Today I'm taking a look at the soft body Toyota Yaris. This mod is not a proper vehicle. And what do I mean? Let's start by taking a look at the model, and as you can see it's extremely low quality. It is made on purpose, but it is extremely low. You can still see the Yaris shape, the first generation of the Yaris. I can't even turn on the lights. As you can see from the bottom right, I'm trying to cycle through lights, but it doesn't work. I can't even go on the inside, so this is all we get with this mod. Why it is made like this? Because as soon as you start to drive, you see the thing. And this car, it's extremely soft. Ooh, look at that. It's almost like gelatin on wheels. And it works. You can drive around with it. It is not very pleasant. The drivability isn't bad. The unpleasant part is the camera, because it jiggles a lot with the car. So as soon as you do, like here, for example, I'm shaking the car, the camera is not sure what to do, and it starts to freak around. But this is all the vehicle, and of course the feature of this car is the soft body. So let's smash it on this post. Oof! And as you can see, I broke the engine. But you saw the model, the car completely squished, the rear is still caved in. Sadly though, I broke the engine, because the engine in this vehicle is extremely fragile. Probably it didn't receive any health update with the scripts and stuff like that. And it's extremely fragile. But if you don't break the engine, you can drive with a very crooked vehicle. How can I do it? Okay, let's do a handbrake turn. Whoa! Okay, I wanted to go rear first on that big post. Probably the engine will still brake, but let's give it a try. Oof! Okay, no! It broke at the end, but as you can see, you can make the vehicle in a very funny shape, and you can have a chance of it. Okay. You can have. Okay. I want to try again, because I want to show you, because I was able to do it with a silly crash, not breaking the engine. Okay. Okay, now it's not broken, but I'm stuck inside the post. Okay. Slowly detach the parts. This one is the... Oh, no, I broke it. One more time. I know I can do it. I want to show it to you, that's why. Okay, that was not enough. I'm still almost in a good shape. It's difficult because the engine has such low health. Okay, now the gearbox. Okay. I can do it, but as you can see, it can get heavily damaged. If you're lucky, you can still have a functioning engine, and you can still go and drive around it. What is that wheel doing? It looks like he's scratching this door, like in the Cars movie. Never happened. That's a first. Nice. This mod comes with only 3 configurations. They are the Boeing, the one I was using, the solid Boeing, and the solid cat Boeing. The reasons, maybe you can guess it, but I will be on that later. There aren't many things to choose, but in the parts selector you can change the engine. So it has 3 engine options, which is nice, but I'm not sure if I want to put a 2.0 liter engine in this car, because it is already a difficult vehicle. But if you want, you can do it. Now for the solid Boeing, you maybe guessed it, right? And yes, it is way stiffer than the Boeing version, but it's still very soft compared to a standard vehicle. Now let's go and smash into this post here, not too fast because there is a small jump. And as you can see, the shape remained almost intact, the engine didn't break, which is nice. So with this version you have a bit more survivability, more durability, because the engine is safer, because the car doesn't doesn't compact too much. That door scared me, come on. Okay, let's do another hit on this post. Oof, okay, now I did break the car. But as you can see, I have even less damage than the first hit, because I have a better shape than earlier. That's nice. Okay, let's reset it and do a little bit more driving around the city, because this is a bit more pleasant to drive, because the camera shakes a lot less. And as you can see, it has a lot of speed. I'm doing 130 kilometers per hour. I got even a ticket. Nice. I don't know if the camera can read the plate, but you know, I don't care. Okay. That slowing down was nice. As you can see, overall, the Boeing is drivable, but the solid Boeing, it's quite a nice vehicle to drive. If you can get over the fact of the camera, that is not the best, because it jiggles around, you can go pretty fast around the city without fear of breaking the engine on a corner, because it maybe can happen. A bump like that could have upset the car a little bit too much, because since it is jiggly. Woo, nice. It can be unpredictable at times, but on the drivability side, I have no major complaints. Okay, now I have broken a front wheel, yeah. And then it's time to crash. Okay, let's go to the top of this road. Okay, one more climb. And the power is nice. Even if it's front wheel drive, it's still pretty good. And now I don't see... what is that? Ah, okay, it was a building. No! I don't want to smash into a building. Okay, I want to do this. Okay, let's see. Go fast. Some airtime. Okay, some jiggling around. More airtime, more jiggling around. And the engine isn't suffering any problem until now. Yeah. Oh! It's not broken. Nice. Okay, wait. Let me get out of that thing there. Okay, F7. Nice. And the shape is almost perfect. I have a broken wheel, some dents on the front, but I can still drive easily. With a standard car with that crash, I would be dead. So that's it. If you are lucky and don't break the engine, this car is very strong, despite everything. Okay, now let's try to do this one. Ooh, okay. And now, understandably, the engine is broken. Okay, and if you go upside down, even with the solid Boeing, as you can see, it smashes on itself, it crashes itself. But if I flip it on its wheels, it's back on its original shape. So this car is almost a shapeshifter after each crash, but most of the time it can maintain the original shape. Sadly, the engine breaks easily, so this limits the capabilities of this car. With these cars, you can do some damage to other vehicles, but not too much. I have a Boeing here and a solid Boeing to my right, and in front of me there is a 9, an old vehicle. Not much security, and I'm going to hit it with both vehicles. Let's start with the Boeing, and the engine didn't break. That's nice. Okay, now what do I want to do? Okay, let's try to teleport the Boeing here. Please don't break. Nice. Okay, it didn't break the engine. That's nice. That's nice. As you can see, I can still drive. Okay, before checking the damage to the 9, you can see I can still drive, but oh, if you are lucky, as soon as it gets some traction, it somewhat goes back in shape, because now it's a bit more shape. It can get stuck in weird position, you can still put down power, but this is the usual result. Anyway, let's go and check the 9, the damage I did. It is quite a lot for such a soft car, but considering that this is a very old vehicle, the damage is not very high. Let's see. It is still damage. Now let's reset the 9 and change, not this one, yes, to the solid Boeing. Okay, this should be harder than the one I just crashed, so probably a bit more damage to the 9. Let's see. Oof. And the shape is still very good. I didn't break the engine this time, again, that's nice, and the shape of the car is still almost intact. And let's see the damage on the 9, again, maybe a little bit more than the soft, but it's the 9 has steering damage, because those wheels are not aligned properly anymore, yes. Body damage, of course, like for example the step part here, it's more destroyed than before, but the doors are still caved in. But you have to consider that this is an old vehicle, against something new like a Vivace or the camera. Wait, camera? Okay, it's back. Okay, that's nice. Against maybe a Vivace or a Bastion, this level of damage is unthinkable. It still can do some, but not that much. And the chosen victim for the descent in the solid cat Boeing. Why cat? You will see very soon. It is the same as the solid, so a bit stiffer than the Boeing, but it's still very soft. And let's see, oof, that's why it's called cat, because as soon as you receive light damage or you break too hard, some cats appear in the windows. I don't know why, but they are cute. And this was very underwhelming. I got stuck on a cube, but the damage, despite big hits, is not that much. Of course the engine brake, but I want to do it one more time, because this deserves to reach the end. Let's see, okay, as you can see, cats. Let's see if I'm lucky and I will get a very big crash. Oh, I lost a wheel, nice, it doesn't have... Oh, that's what I wanted to see. That's a very big crash. And let's see, when it bounces on the floor, if it goes back in shape. Okay, no, okay. I've completely destroyed it. It's inside out. Yeah, it's inside out. Okay, you can see, you can tell that this was a car. Maybe only because of the wheels, because they are still around, but other than that, you can't say that this was a car. Anyway, I think that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.